goal is not to become fearless, but to fear less. Be so good that they can't ignore you. Be extraordinary. Be audacious. Become her. I know you're comfortable with your current self, but let's be honest. You're not living the life that you want. I know the idea of change stresses you out and causes you so much anxiety, and you get so overwhelmed by all the things that you have to do in order to achieve your goals. So we're going to break it all the way down, and you're going to dedicate the next 6 months to actually becoming the best version of yourself, overcoming self-doubt, making the uncomfortable comfortable, fearlessly pursuing plan A, and achieving your goals. But if you are new, hello, welcome. My name is Lorraine and my channel is Lori Lux, and I like to call myself your self-care soul sister. So subscribe to the channel, sis. I am trying to grow the channel. Thank you to everyone who has been subscribing. I see you. I appreciate you. If you haven't yet subscribed, girl, what are you doing? Subscribe and join our soft living space. Like this video because it lets me know that you like this kind of content, and it also just helps me out on the YouTube algorithm. Let's get straight into it. So as I've been structuring my habits and goals to fit this new version of myself that I'm becoming, I've been asking myself one question. How do you expect your life to change if you don't change? Because I know what I want. I know what my goals are. I know what my vision is. I know what my desires are. For some reason, there'd always been a level of resistance when it came to execution, following through, and actually doing the things that I need to do for me to achieve my desires, right? And looking back, I can see that I gave myself options and fail-safe of why I didn't really need to accomplish my goals. Like, I've got my house, I've got my car, and I live a very comfortable life. I should be grateful. A lot of people would die to have my type of life. You know, it could be worse. And on days where I couldn't be bothered to cook and I would just want a takeaway, I would just say, well, it's just one takeaway. It's not going to do me any harm. I deserve this. I've had a really stressful day. And then it will turn into 3 or 4 days in a week where I'm ordering takeaway or eating out. Those options were making me feel comfortable and making me feel like my current life was a plan B that I should be happy with, until I've done a visualization exercise where, okay, in 5 years time, if I was to remain the same, if I wasn't to do anything to try and achieve my goals, to chase my dreams, how would I feel? What would my life look like? I'll be depressed because I will be unsatisfied of the life that I was living. I would be unfulfilled because I didn't have the financial freedom to be able to do the things that I wanted to do when I wanted, to be able to provide for myself and my daughter without worrying about, have I paid my bills? Have I not paid my bills? To be able to give my daughter the life that I didn't have growing up, to be able to look after my dad and also my family, and providing the life that I know that I can provide them with. But that vision was my current life. That was my reality. That was going to be the cost of procrastination, of self-sabotaging, of having self-doubt and not actually doing the things that I know that I need to do in order for me to achieve my goals. So that's when I decided to go on a no plan B journey, where I would fearlessly pursue plan A with soft discipline to be able to achieve my goals, removing any options, removing any excuses, removing any fail-safes. And that gave me the motivation to start doing what I knew that I needed to do all those months and all those years ago. I've always been an intellect or book smart, if you will. The same thing happened when I grew up and I started working in a corporate position. I really thrived in that environment. When I would think about or try delving into my creative side, like fashion or starting a YouTube channel, I would convince myself I should just stick to my own lane of being book smart. That's not my lane. Surely I'm not going to be good at that. Me being an intellect and being book smart was a source of resistance when it came to me going after the things that I actually wanted to do, because I boxed myself up to believe that I should only stick to my lane, that I couldn't be good at something else or be good at 2 things at the same time. But says who? Who says you can't be good at 2 or 3 things at the same time? We are multifaceted human beings. So what you need to do is find your IKIGAI, which is basically your purpose purpose, something that involves all three: your skill, your passion, and also something that generates you income. So I realized that I wasn't happy because I was in a job that, yes, I was good at and that was generating me income, but it's something that I wasn't really passionate about. But at the same time, passion doesn't always lead to profit. Just because you're passionate about doing art or music doesn't mean that you're going to become an artist or a musician and you're going to start generating an income from that. When I went on maternity leave and I came back, I just started doing more like chit chat videos like this, giving advice, talking about my experiences and my level up journey and where I was in life. But the difference now was that I was now adding things I was good at, like productivity, strategy, time management, problem solving, root cause analysis, and also that psychological perspective, which is things that I used to use in my managerial role in mental health services. I was receiving a lot of emails from people asking, do you provide one-to-one coaching? What services do you provide? Do you provide any digital products? And that's when I created my business. And now there was a full circle of me being able to generate income from something that I love doing and I was also good at. Finding my IKIGAI, my purpose, and that G spot, right, was the full circle moment that I needed to be able to follow through on my vision and my goals, because now I could work backwards. Because I now knew what my purpose was, I now knew what my long-term vision was, and I now knew what I had to do in order to get there. And I was able to break that down into short-term goals of every 3 months so I can create this 5-year plan and get there hopefully quicker. Now, this next step might take you a bit of a while, but you need to shed the skin. I had to retrace my steps all the way back to my childhood, to my teenagers, and to my adult life, and write down all the instances that I could remember where I had self-sabotage, procrastinated, self-doubt, low confidence, which had stopped me from doing something or going after something, right? And I looked back and thought, okay, what was happening at that time? What was my relationship like? What was my family like? What was my career like? What were my friendships like? To be able to pinpoint the exact triggers of this procrastination and self-sabotage and no confidence, right? You can know that you struggle with self-sabotage and you can know that you struggle with procrastination and all these things, right? But the reason why you continue on this stop and start cycle is because you haven't gotten down to the root cause of why you were there in the first place. Sometimes you need to go back to the basics, and that's why I'm saying this one could take you a bit of time and you might actually need a bit of help, whether it's with a coach or whether it is with a therapist. Again, depending on your level of intention and depending on your level of commitment, you need to invest in yourself if you really want to see change. So go back, identify, and shed that skin. I'm not gonna lie to you, the main reason why I didn't put in the work to achieve my goals was fear, right? Fear of failure, fear of judgment from people who knew me, thinking, who does she think she is? Starting a YouTube channel, what does she know about starting a business, empowering women, coaching, digital products? She's going to fail anyway. I was so terrified about failing, but also failing whilst people were watching, which is why I procrastinated. I waited so long to start my YouTube channel. I started when I was 30, but starting was literally 3/4 of the battle for me, because once I started, I put myself in a bubble where I would just upload videos week after week without caring about what are people saying, what do people think about me. Got to a point where I was actually sending my videos to my friends to be like, can you please watch my video, please like, please comment, because I need the engagement, I need to grow my channel. And let me tell you something when it comes to people, okay, people are not watching what you're doing as much as you think, okay? Just start doing something. Stop waiting for you to become less scared, for you to not be fearful anymore. You will never not be afraid. If you stop being afraid, you don't want it bad enough. Every single week that I upload a video, my stomach is literally in my hands. I am petrified, right? People are not going to watch, people are not going to like it, and I have so many videos which don't do well, which don't have a lot of videos, and I just keep it pushing. I move on to the next. I try and learn, I try and be better, because if you focus on failure and if you focus on, oh, I didn't really get the views, right, you're going to be stuck in your your own hair. You're not going to continue doing what you need to do. Failure is a detour. Success is inevitable. It might not happen today, it might not happen tomorrow, but I know for damn well, right, my YouTube is going to grow and my business is going to grow. So I just need to continue doing the work. Do something that makes you scared. Do something that makes you feel uncomfortable. Like, I am planning a live series in December. I'm going to announce it probably this week or next week, depending on when you're watching this video, right? Where I'm going to be going live. I'm going to create a challenge, and whether people turn up to the live or not, I am still going to go live. Now, I am petrified. The main reason that I haven't been going live is because I'm just scared that no one's going to turn up, but I'm never going to know if I don't try, right? And even if people don't turn up for the live, I just have to build my confidence of public speaking, of live speaking, and the only way I can do that is by going live. Once you make that decision, there's no going back, right? I spoke about it in a previous video, right? Sometimes it is just about making the decision. If you haven't got to the point of where you are now starting to make action, you haven't committed. You haven't made that decision. You need to start saying never again to all the things that you don't want, all the things that you're saying no to that you don't want to happen. So you can train your mind and get to a point where you make a decision and start putting the work in. So if there's anything that you're going to take away from this video, is to do something that scares you. The goal is not to become fearless, but to fear less. Be so good that they can't ignore you. Be extraordinary. Be audacious. Become her. And you know what comes with being extraordinary? Put in more work, extra hours, sacrificing, not because you have all this time and you have created all this time, but because you know what's waiting for you on the other side. It's not working yourself to the ground. It's not burning yourself out, no. But if you want to be extraordinary, honey, there's some sacrifices that you're going to make. There's some people that you're going to have to let go of. There's some time and some things that you're going to have to let go of. There's some shoes and clothes and bags that you're going to have to let go of. You need to invest in yourself now for your future self tomorrow. Okay, you know the drill by now. Let me know one step that you're going to take in order to start your own plan B journey and become the best version of yourself in 2024. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, honey, and press that notification bell so you're notified every single time that I upload a video. Make sure you keep the momentum going by watching this video of how to enter your productive routine era even after a burnout, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye, lovelies.